Transfer news, and it's in relation to Chelsea, so we're going to go back to our chief correspondent, Kaveh Solokol in New Jersey for more. Kaveh, what can you tell us?
Yeah, this is a story that I've been working on this afternoon with one of my colleagues, Keith Downey, who has excellent contacts at Sunderland. And what we can tell you is that Chelsea are interested in signing the Sunderland midfielder Granit Xhaka. There have, though, been no club-to-club contacts yet. And I have to make it clear that Sunderland's position is that the player is not for sale and Sunderland would not welcome any offers.
Chelsea could be Granit Xhaka. Yes, because the Swiss midfielder from Sunderland has decided to make very clear to the club his desire. He wants to go to Chelsea. Why Chelsea? One name, Xabi Alonso. The relationship between Xabi Alonso and Granit Xhaka is simply excellent. They love each other, there is a great feeling. Xabi Alonso wants to have this kind of leader. I told you, at the beginning of the summer transfer window, Chelsea will also go in the direction of, as always, talented players, young players. Marco Palestra, done deal, signed, 6-year contract, 1-year option, 55 million euros plus to Atalanta. So Palestra is a new Chelsea player, is a huge talent. But also experienced players to be added to their squad to change a bit the strategy. And about experienced players, Granit Xhaka wants to go to Chelsea. He already told via his agents to Sunderland his desire to, first of all, move back to London. It's a personal desire of the player with his family. He used to live in London, obviously, when he was playing for Arsenal, and he wants to go back to London with his family, with his wife. So it's the desire of Granit Xhaka. Second, Xabi Alonso. The relationship is fantastic. They were together at Bayer Leverkusen, winning together, showing a perfect match. Granit Xhaka was the manager on the pitch for Xabi Alonso. And so, to have Granit Xhaka for Xabi is absolutely considered as a priority in this summer transfer window. Now, it depends on club to club. It depends on what's going to happen between Chelsea and Sunderland in terms of conversations. But Granit Xhaka already told Chelsea that he wants to go back to London and he wants to make this move happen. He wants to make this move happen in any case. So it's not going to be about the length of the contract, the salary. Granit Xhaka is prepared to accept the Chelsea contract conditions. Personal terms will not be a problem. Now it's on club to club because Sunderland were planning their season 26-27 with Granit Xhaka as a crucial player for Régis Lebris. And so obviously to lose Xhaka, it's a bad news for Sunderland. They didn't want him to go. So let's see now what happens club to club. But Chelsea are on it. The conversation is underway and Granit Xhaka could be the surprise signing for the Blues in midfield. So the deal is on. The deal is the surprise of the day for Granit Xhaka and Chelsea. Talking about Chelsea, is not a surprise if you follow the channel, the movement around Trevoh Chalobah. I told you exclusively 4 days ago, Chelsea have put in a bid for Trevoh Chalobah. Como have put in a bid to Chelsea for Trevoh Chalobah. That bid from Como, Italy, and also Champions League club, is 25 million euros. Rejected by Chelsea. Chelsea want more. Chelsea start around 40 million euros to close around 35, 30 plus 5, something around that. So this could be the value of Trevoh Chalobah. Now, obviously, Como are still there. Como want to sign a top centre-back because they're going to play Champions League football and to have not just Nico Paz, not just important players up front, but also to add a top centre-back is a priority. So the conversation is underway for Trevoh Chalobah, but it's not only Como, because I told you, keep an eye also on Inter. I told you in a video 4 days ago that Chelsea are not accepting 25 million euros from Como for Trevoh Chalobah. Why? Because they feel there are more clubs. Inter are one of them. Inter are considering Chalobah. At the moment, is not guaranteed target, is not close, is not advanced, but is one of the players under consideration by Inter. A player who was already appreciated years ago by Inter director Ausilio, and so could be an option for Inter. And then there are more clubs calling. So Chelsea feel there could be several clubs at the table for Chalobah. This is why they are not accepting 25 million euros from Como. I can tell you that the player is keen on a move to Italy. Como, Inter, he would like to try an experience in Serie A, and so there could be movement around Trevoh Chalobah. One to watch for sure. Then I wanted to tell you more, guys, on two more stories. One is exclusive, and remember this name, Magnus Akliush, the talent from Monaco.
The links between Granit Xhaka and Chelsea may have surprised a lot of fans, but the move actually makes sense when you look at what Chelsea have been missing. The Blues have plenty of young talent, but they have often lacked leadership, composure, and experience in difficult moments. Xhaka would bring all three. He's a proven winner, a natural leader, and someone who understands how to handle pressure in big games. From a tactical perspective, Xhaka could give Chelsea's midfield much-needed balance. His ability to control the tempo of matches would allow players like Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo to play with more freedom. Rather than relying purely on youthful energy, Chelsea would have an experienced midfielder capable of organising the team, keeping possession under pressure, and helping the side manage games better. Would Xhaka alone guarantee Champions League qualification? No. But he could be one of the pieces that pushes Chelsea closer to that goal. Experience often makes the difference in tight races for the top four, and Chelsea's young squad could benefit enormously from having a player who has been through those battles before. Sometimes, the smartest signings aren't the most exciting ones, and Xhaka could be exactly that for the Blues.